There's a lie you've been telling yourself, and it sounds incredibly responsible. I'll start when I'm ready. It feels smart. It feels mature. But if you look closely, it's the exact reason your life hasn't moved forward. Because ready is not a real state. It's a feeling. And feelings are unreliable. Let me prove it to you. Have you ever felt completely motivated at night, planned your entire life, and then woke up the next day with zero energy to follow through? Same brain, different feeling. So if your actions depend on your feelings, your life will always stay inconsistent. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. You're not waiting because you need more time. You're waiting because you want certainty. Certainty that you won't fail. Certainty that it will work. Certainty that you won't look stupid. But life doesn't give certainty up front. It gives feedback. And if you keep waiting for something life never offers, you'll keep standing in the same place. But this is just the surface. Because the real problem isn't that you're waiting. It's what waiting is doing to you. Let's go deeper. Waiting doesn't feel dangerous. That's why it's dangerous. Because on the outside, you look like you're thinking things through. But internally, something else is happening. Every time you delay an action you know you should take, you send a message to yourself, I don't follow through, and your brain believes it. Not because it's true, but because it's repeated. Now imagine this happening for months, even years. That small delay turns into a pattern. That pattern turns into belief, and that belief becomes your identity. You don't just say, I haven't started yet. You start saying, I'm not disciplined. I'm not consistent. I'm just not that type of person. That's where most people lose. Not in action, but in identity. Now here's something even more dangerous. Your brain is not trying to sabotage you. It's trying to protect you from uncertainty, from failure, from judgment. So instead of saying don't start, it says, wait a little more, prepare a bit more, think it through again. Sounds logical. That's the trap. It feels like progress, but it produces none. Let me ask you something. How many videos have you watched about improving your life without actually improving it? Exactly. Information is not transformation. Execution is. And here's the shift most people never make. They try to eliminate fear before they act. But fear doesn't disappear with thinking. It disappears with exposure. The first time you try anything new, you feel awkward. Second time, slightly better. Third time, you start adapting. That's how the brain works. Not through imagination, through experience. So the real reason you feel stuck is not because you don't know what to do. It's because you've been avoiding the discomfort required to become someone who does it. Now here's the turning point. The people who move forward in life understand one simple principle. Action comes first. Clarity comes after. Not the other way around. When you act, you get feedback. You see what works, what doesn't, what needs adjustment. That feedback creates clarity. But if you never act, you stay stuck in assumptions, and assumptions are almost always wrong. Now let's go deeper. Confidence is not built before action. It is built because of action. Every time you do something uncomfortable, your brain updates its belief about you. I handled that. I can do this again. That's confidence, not hype, not motivation. Proof. And here's the final piece. Momentum beats motivation. Every time. Motivation is emotional. It comes and goes. Momentum is built through repetition. At first, everything feels heavy. But once you start moving, it gets easier. That's how progress works. Not instant, but compounding. So what does this mean for you right now? It means you don't need a new plan. You need a new standard. A standard where action is not negotiable. Where you don't ask, do I feel ready? You ask, what's the next step? And then you take it, immediately. At some point, you have to decide, do you want to stay in control, or do you want to grow? because you can't have both at the same time. Growth requires uncertainty, and the people who build great lives don't wait for certainty. They move anyway. If this connected with you, it's not because you learned something new, it's because you recognized something true. Now the only thing left is execution. But this is where most people fail. They start and then they stop. So if you're serious about changing your life, watch the next video on your screen. It will show you how to stay consistent even when motivation disappears. Because starting matters, but consistency is what changes everything.